Welcome back to Smart Money with Dan. I'm Dan, and today we're hacking Hilton Lifetime Status. That's Diamond Status for the rest of your life. Now, you're going to want to get this status because Diamond Status gets you executive lounge access, breakfast, and upgrades. Pretty much you can completely live at the Hilton, depending on the property, off these benefits. The breakfast is typically a buffet with like so much food you can just, the breakfast buffet is always really generous and has a great selection. The executive lounge provides afternoon tea and snacks and sometimes dinner hors d'oeuvres and drinks, which means you could eat entirely the whole day for free at the Hilton. This, if you don't have a home or just want to live in another country for a while, means you subsidize your entire cost of living with Hilton points. I've tried this before. I tried living at the Hilton Garden Inn in Bali. They had the free breakfast, but they did not have an executive lounge. An executive lounge gives you those extra benefits. Other than that, you also get some really great upgrades. The difference between Lifetime Diamond Status and Diamond Status, there isn't a difference. It's just the rest of your life. Although there are some very difficult requirements to get Hilton Lifetime Diamond Status. One, you gotta have Diamond Status for 10 years. Now, it's non-consecutive, which means you don't have to have it 10 years in a row. You can have it in any combination of 10 years. That is the main requirement, and it's a challenging one. Then it branches off. You can either do one of two things. One, you could stay 1,000 nights at any Hilton in the world, paid or reward stays, which isn't that bad, but 1,000 nights is a lot. That's 3 years of staying at a Hilton. That's 1,000 nights at, let's say, $100 per night. If on the very budget side, $100 per night, that is $100,000 you'd be spending at the Hilton, which is an absurd amount of money. You could have just bought a house and had equity. You could have bought a house in, probably not in America, but you could buy a house with $100,000. I don't recommend spending 1,000 nights at a Hilton if you don't have the money to do it. I personally would never do it. That's insane. But there's another way. Option 2, get 2 million Hilton base points. To do that, you can use the Hilton Aspire credit card, which happens to have a 12x bonus on groceries. So that means you could spend money at the supermarket and get 12x Hilton points. Now, this is where it gets a little more complicated. Buying a gift card for high values are very challenging in supermarkets because a lot of them try to detect fraud. It's not impossible, but it's difficult. So how much would you have to spend to get 2 million base points at 12x on groceries in gift cards? You'd have to spend $164,720. Now, spending $100,000 on a Hilton on the budget side or $164,000, I know that's the clear difference of which one is less, but technically if you buy it in gift cards, those retain their value and you could liquidate them to pay off your credit card. Now, don't jump in if you don't have any experience with this. Always get your feet wet, feel it out before you really go crazy on the gift cards. If you've done manufactured spend before, then you probably have experience doing this. Personally, I've bought gift cards before, and it's difficult. I've lived in LA. They are very cautious against fraud, so they don't allow you to buy gift cards with a credit card. Now, in small suburbs outside of Los Angeles, I haven't had a problem. I've tried to keep the spend between $1,000 to $2,000. Anything more than that is actually very challenging to do in one trip. And if you're going to do this, you might want to do a family attack, which means you create authorized users and then have other people help you out to buy these gift cards. Or if they're just doing their spend, say you have a couple relatives, you have them buy groceries with your credit card and then they pay you back. At grocery stores, they have $500 Visa gift cards, which typically include a fee for about $5.95. And then if you liquidate it at 2.9% with like PayPal or Venmo, that's an additional cost. So every $1,000 with that $595 fee and that 2.9% processing fee. You'll end up having to spend 4.09%. Technically, you don't have to pay that much. You can bring that price down. You can buy Amazon gift cards. This is a longer process because I only recommend buying Amazon gift cards for $25. The physical gift cards with the code, you can buy those at supermarkets. Why only $25? Because they sell for more than $25 on eBay. If you sell an Amazon gift card on eBay, you can make more than the initial $25. So I've seen people sell it for $28 or more for a $25 gift card. And remember, anything you sell on eBay will include a 10% eBay fee, which is a lot of money. So you'd have to sell a gift card for $28 to break even, and just calculate your costs before you really start jumping in. To get that Hilton Diamond status for a lifetime, you'll get the 2 million base points, then the more difficult requirement of having Diamond status for 10 years. That's a lot of time. First off, this is a young person's game. If you're older than 60, I'm sorry, I don't think you should do this. You should absolutely help a younger person get Diamond status, probably the youngest person in your family eligible to have a credit card. Because Diamond status allows you to gift status. So with Diamond status, you can gift gold or diamond with a few prerequisites. With Lifetime, I'm not sure if there is a requirement. For elite status gifting with Hilton, you need to spend 60 nights as a diamond member in a hotel to gift gold status, and you have to spend 100 nights to gift diamond. So this is very possible, and I highly recommend having a young person in your family do this for you. If anything, they can make the bookings in your behalf and you get those benefits. Since 2020 is the year of no travel, Hilton is being very generous with this 12x spend on groceries and allowing it to be added to your base points. Now, getting Hilton Diamond status for 10 years can be challenging. So I'm going to offer you a couple solutions to do it on the cheap. To get 10 years of Hilton Diamond status, there's a couple hacks. First off, I recommend getting the Hilton Aspire credit card through American Express because that automatically gives you Hilton Diamond status, and that qualifies towards your 10 years of having status. Now, the trick is, with the American Express Aspire card, you keep the card for 13 months. You keep the card for 13 months because on the anniversary of your card, when the annual fee starts kicking in for the new year again, they renew your diamond status, and you can cancel the card. Cancel or downgrade, whatever you like, but you reap the benefits of having diamond status for another year. About your Hilton benefits and credits, they do vary between reward nights and calendar year. So most of it is reward year, which means each year you have the credit card. At 13 months, that's a new year, and you get those benefits again. Most of the times, you can double dip by having the card for 13 months. That gives you a whole nother year of benefits for the cost of $37.50, because if you cancel your card 1 month into the new year, you get all the benefits and your annual fee is returned to you at a prorated fee. So 1 month of $450 in annual fees is $37.50. Now the airline credit. The $250 airline credit's pretty good because that's per calendar year. If you applied for the Aspire card in November, use that airline credit immediately because then you have the credit for November of 2020, then you have it for all of 2021, and then you have it for January of 2022, which means you'd have the card for about 14 months and you get 3 $250 airline credits. That's $750 in value. Of course, it might be challenging to use these fees. There are a couple other hacks that I'll make in another video of the best way to use your $250 airline credit. But for now, we're continuing with the Hilton Lifetime Diamond Status benefits. So you also get Hilton Resort credits. That's $250 in Hilton Resort credits, which you can use for spas, dining, massages, whatever they have available. You can use that $250 resort credit. and everything is way more expensive at the Hilton. So more reasonably, this is like $100 credit for dining anywhere in a city normally. You also get $100 property credit. They don't specify if it's a reward year or a calendar year, but I suspect that most people will have difficulty using this. For me, I found that it's not worth the extra money to use it. The $100 property credit has to be used at a Conrad or Waldorf Astoria and those higher-end hotels. To make use of it, you have to call Hilton, make at least a 2-night booking, and then you can use that credit. This does make it more affordable, but I'm not going to spend that extra money to save $100. And that's it for hacking Hilton Diamond Status for a lifetime. I know it's very difficult, 10 years of Diamond Status, 2 million base points, but this year in 2020, it could be achievable if you really push yourself. Personally, I'm not going for it. That's a lot of work. I just like speculating and coming up with these crazy plans. And if you like that, please like and subscribe. If it's been helpful or if you'd like to support the channel, see the links in the description. I'm Dan. This has been Smart Money with Dan, and until next time.